after session. Last time, the Seven
We're
Dons,
trying to
Garrus uh, fall prone and nearly
Nearly
died.
dies.
In the last ditch, I guess you can call it, effort to try to save him, Anna appears from the dagger that's sticking out of his chest. Uh, Realizing that it was partially a trap for her as well, gets captured in these iron balls of binding. After a very sticky situation, everyone got together and either force the bounty hunters to surrender or killed off everyone. As the Major General was escaping, uh, Ari cast Hold Monster on him, freezing him in place. And then Warfrin went in for the final kill, sucking all the blood out of him. And that's what we'll pick up.
I forgot about that, which is really terrible.
Which part?
The last part.
Yes, of course, that part.
Warfrin, you were picking up your mask. You put it back on.
Mm-hmm. Just putting it on and bracing in case anyone tries to attack. Not really sure how people are reacting.
Ari, you're the closest.
So Ara's gonna kind of look at you and go, so how long has this been a thing?
A few years.
And by a few you mean
Hold on. Sorry. So say what you said one more time.
I said, and by a few years you mean
Just a handful. It's been a while. I've kind of lost track.
and was this something you plan to tell us?
Eventually, maybe?
And now what's your plan about it?
Well, I mean, no one's trying to kill me, so I guess that's a good start.
I mean, should we be?
No?
Okay.
Anna, you're just struggling to try to get all these binds, and it's every time you struggle, the tighter it gets.
Someone help me with these.
I'll go help her, Anna.
Okay. Anna rolls Avenge. Strength check.
You forgot to make. I forgot to make sure that character sheet was open. Oh, wait, I know what the number is. Un momento.
Momento, por favor.
Roll. Oh, that's
18.
Yeah, even with Spheen's help, Sphene, you can't really get your fingers around it enough to get a decent grip, which just digs it into Anna.
Fun.
Starting to hurt.
thought you were better at this.
Excuse me, at least I'm trying.
One of the bounty hunters, after shaking the shock off him of someone sucking his boss dry, he says, "Return," and the ball just releases itself and goes into an iron ball, freeing you, Anna, and Ari.
Wonderful. Now that those are gone,
I think it's time for us to do some questioning of our own.
there are two of you. You've seen what happened to your former boss.
I thought there was 3. Wasn't there an archer back there?
Is there a
That we
third one still
spared.
alive somewhere else?
There was an archer in the back. I thought I spared.
Go get him.
Speaking, you go back there. He's not there. Emily,
Well,
you
he's
recall,
not here.
Emily, you recall him running out the back door.
The back door.
He went that
aka.
way.
Well, it looks like we don't get him. He ran away.
Is the bard still here?
Yeah, he's in just fetal position, just holding his head.
Okay.
Do you want me to bring him closer to us?
Leave him over there for a little bit. We're dealing with these
Okay.
two first. We'll go
All
work
right.
on that in a minute.
Anyway,
So,
I think one of the biggest question is, why do you want Anna? Or not Anna. Bad. My
Emily,
name's
both.
Emily.
both. Why do
Emily.
you want either of them? What
We
did
were
you want
just
with them?
paid. Paid to capture these 2 prisoners. Once we saw our boss leave, we know we weren't getting our money, so we have no longer to hurt anyone. I don't know the reasons why. I'm just a mercenary.
They didn't tell you anything other than be here, fight, and you'll get money?
Essentially, we're bounty hunters. We don't ask questions. We don't get answers.
Well, you must be willing to do some lucrative work then.
Oh, always. If the money's big enough. If it's like, kill someone, I'm not an assassin. But I can go get someone. Professionals have standards.
Disappointing
Eh.
that we can't get anything else out of you.
Well, then, it seems like the bard is the next question.
Oh, he looks kind of useless right now, so.
If you speak about anything that you saw here to anyone, we will find you.
And we'll have a lovely time with you.
And don't
Most
think we don't
mercenaries-
have eyes elsewhere.
most mercenaries know when to keep their mouths shut.
Good. Then it won't be an issue.
No, if you 2 don't mind,
Go
I'll
right
take my
ahead.
doors and we're gonna leave.
Go right ahead. We have no use of you.
Very well. They pick up the swords and they walk out the back door because the front door is a little yeah,
Crowded.
crowded.
Okay.
Okay, bard.
Ari's gonna head over to the bard next.
Joining with his fiend.
Okay, Emily, you recognize Bart as Begin Winterwood.
Does Emily say anything?
I take notice, but I will let those 2 question for now.
So he's crying in the fetal position currently.
Ari's gonna approach and kind of get down to level with them.
He's, once you get down level, he's just kind of like shriveled back away from you. But, not far because he can't go very far.
There's a box right behind him and a wall on the other side.
Ari's just gonna hold her hand out to him.
He acknowledges that it's there, but he's not doing anything about it.
So what do you know about what happened?
I was just playing here in the Red City a week ago and got approached by two fellas that left. Well, they said they want to talk to me. I'm like, okay. So they brought me to his warehouse, met up with his name was William Riker. And they said they wanted to talk to Emily. They just wanted a way to track her down. I didn't realize it's going to turn into a bloodbath. And then people appearing out of nowhere, and it's just way too much. Just way too much.
You
But
say
why did they
wanted
want
to
you?
talk to Emily.
Well, we were close friends, in Shangri-La, and I wanted to marry her. Well, after the army invaded, uh, she was nowhere to be found. I fear she died. And then I heard of a group of adventurers, one of them matching her description, so I came looking for her. Found her here in the Red City and offered my hand in marriage. She shot me down. I've been here ever since.
Are you unable to return to your home, or...
Uh, yeah, ever since the army took it over, they've been killing on that's, rebelling against the army. The guy over there, pointing to Major General,
The
he
corpse
was,
of him.
yeah, he's a leader of said army.
So we just not single. We just took down its leader.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna come looking for us then.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I mean,
Well-
that's assuming they know who killed him.
I mean, the archer fled, and we weren't able to secure his silence.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
Depends on how loyal that archer was. Given that he fled, I would doubt it.
He also cowered in fear, and
So what do you intend to do now?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Let me talk to a few people. I can see about either getting you set up somewhere or maybe getting you back to your home if that's what you'd like.
No. Someplace where I can practice my music and not get found.
So you're probably looking at one of the smaller towns around here then.
Probably.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Are you staying anywhere for now?
I was staying at an inn called Midnight Monster.
Okay. Well, I'll go talk to the people I need to talk to and see what I can do.
He just gets really quiet and just stares out into the distance.
Is there anything else we can do for you at this point?
He just starts shaking his head and not getting really responsive.
Okay. Well then. I say we should get Gareth back to the Dawn Razor.
yeah, he looks a little banged
He's a
up.
little beat up. A lot of beat up. I'm gonna take this one. Go get him back to where he's been staying. And I'm gonna go talk to some people.
And what are we supposed to do?
I'm gonna go up to Gareth. How bad is Gareth actually looking, by the way?
For being almost dead, not just a few minutes ago, he seems to be doing okay. Bleeding from a few minor spots, but
So he's
Wait.
mostly okay, but he's just he's just
he's really quiet.
okay.
You know,
Probably-
near death experience and all.
Probably best that that one goes to sleep for a while.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys gonna do about body?
Well, there's multiple ways to take care of a body. And of course, I'm the one to first pipe up on that. I mean, there's the ocean, there's a grave, there's the forest.
It'd probably be best if we leave them somewhere, but people wouldn't come looking for him.
I mean, we load him with a bunch of rocks and throw him in the water. He sinks to the bottom.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but doing it right next to the city might be a little.
It could raise a lot
Okay.
of flags.
We throw him in the forest, up in a tree, or down in the ground in the forest.
I mean, the ocean idea works fine. He just needs to go out, far.
Can we see the map of the town, Chris? Or DM, sorry.
I am working on a replacement for this map, so maybe the
So,
next session for you just be different.
where is the warehouse located at?
Where Garrus is located, be roughly in that area.
Okay. It's gonna be a track either way, trying to shove the body somewhere, or we go farther into the ocean.
I mean, the ocean would be our best bet. Not very many people would go searching there.
Now it's just a matter of getting the body out to farther in the ocean. Because I don't think a dock will bring us far enough. Unless you think otherwise.
Anna finally being free, just, stands up and stretches a bit. She's like, I can deal with that.
What are in the crates, by the way?
You open up the crates. You find that they're filled with silks and leathers of various usage. I'll say that.
Well, this won't help us in this. Shuts the box.
You do see on the label something written in Infernal.
Hey, Anna, you know Infernal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come read this.
Okay, both Anna and Janice, and anyone else who knows Infernal, says on the back, shipped to Angel's Tears from Camille Lillis.
Relay that to the people in the party. Wait, no, Anna was part of that then that track, wasn't she?
No.
No.
Okay, then yeah. She just realized the name.
Why would Angel's Tears need silks? And leathers.
Well, I mean, any community could use clothing materials.
True.
That seems like a question you guys need to figure out for yourselves. Anna's gonna go over and kind of hoist up the body. She's like, I'm gonna go handle this, and then I'm gonna go back home. So,
Don't forget to put some rocks in it. Or something heavy.
I'll sort that part out. And she just takes the body and flies out over the city.
Okay.
Over the city, over the ocean, you mean?
Well,
Well-
she's got to go over the city to reach the ocean.
No, where Gareth is. Right down here.
Oh, okay. Then
So
yeah.
yeah, you take the body in. You only have a few other like the fewer warehouses and the docks to fly over.
Yeah, just fly straight out towards sea.
I'm also assuming you go down to Small Anna.
Yeah, small Anna hoist in the guy and just fly out for.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be the size of a pit fiend flying over the docks. You might draw some questions.
Yeah, she's just gonna take him and like go small and then like fly straight up as leaving the warehouse.
hmm
And then after reaching a decent height, since it is fairly dark out, she's heading straight out
Mhm.
over the ocean.
Yeah, no
And
one's. As far as you can tell, no one sees you.
then just fly for a few, like honestly, like a few hours, and then just since Anna doesn't need to breathe, just dive down,
hmm
hold the dude, wait for him to get waterlogged and start sinking, and then go.
Oh yeah, and also
Bait.
his heavy plate mail armor sinks right to the bottom.
Yeah, just as he sinks, wait a few seconds, make sure he is sinking, and then bamf back.
Okay.
Back to hell, that is.
Okay, you keep it gain. Gone.
Corpse dealt with, you're welcome.
Oh. Now that that is out of the way.
Oh. Retcon. Rewind. As Anna is grabbing the body, since Gareth is not in the right state of mind, and she, as stated before, is no longer wearing the gauntlet, as she's going over and picking up the body, she takes the gauntlet, kind of just like drops it at Friend's feet. Be like, you guys can use this again. And then flies away.
Okay, never to be seen from again.
Closest would be Warfriend to that.
Yeah, friend.
And
Oh, sorry.
Friend just can stand quietly for a moment and kind of pick it up and look at it.
Okay, friend, you see on it that it's almost made of like solid gold and it has 6 inlays into it. One over each knuckle and one at the center back of the palm. It's just a single gauntlet.
Hey, Ari,
Yes.
does this have anything to do with those things we talked about on the boat?
Which things?
Those artifacts? I remember you saying something about a gauntlet.
Does Ari know that
I
this
don't know.
gauntlet is the...
Yeah, this is the one that
Yeah.
we got off of
The
Ragnar.
player knows, not the character. So.
That's why I was asking,
Yeah.
does Ari know it? Or is she aware of it?
Ari was told about it in the desert. You guys went to visit
Well-
prison mirrors.
Well, Anna wore it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ari knows of it, but maybe not the whole story of it.
So she might not be sure that it's actually the thing.
Mm.
I can't say for sure if it's one of them. I would guess it might be. It could be a copycat. It's something that we'd
You
have to
still
look
have-
at some more before we fully got to explain
you
whether it was.
You still have those books, though, right?
I have access to a lot of things. So I can see what I can find out about it.
Alright. And she's just take it and open up her bag and slip it in for the time being. Retcon completed.
Woo. Emily, is there anything you'd like to say to your bard friend?
There's
Still
a
looks
lot of
like
things I would
Emily,
like to
doesn't
say,
she?
but
Chris?
Hmm.
Doesn't Friend still look like Emily right now?
Yes.
That poor guy.
That's terrible. That's great. I love it.
So there's 2 Emilys in front of this guy.
And one's a vampire.
I think he knows which one's the real one is, so.
it's okay. We're both blood-sucking demons, so I mean, Emily's just gonna walk up and be like, "I'm disgusted in your action. We used to be friends, but I never want to see you again."
He gets even smaller. And he can't even look at you right now.
If you truly cared for me, it didn't show. I could have died from your actions. Remember that. Emily turns and walks away.
Noted. You see him quietly sobbing. Or right where you just talked to him.
You should probably go before people start getting suspicious. Maybe?
Probably.
I agree.
Ari's gonna take the bard and bring him over to the inn he was staying at.
Just a little bit into town. It's closer to like the market district. You bring him there. I'm guessing everyone else goes back to the Dawnraiser.
I go back to the temple.
Yeah, back to the Dawn area. Well, where's Lunk?
It's a good question. Where's Lunk?
Where is Lunk?
Where's house?
I
We
don't
haven't left, so I'm
ever
assuming.
left the Dawnraiser.
You're
What?
with the party at the warehouse.
Right. That's where.
So Lunk's still there then?
Yeah.
Okay. Before leaving, Friend's gonna like go over and because I'm assuming we're all heading out now.
Mm.
As they're walking, Friend's gonna just kind of like grab Lunk by the arm and pull him aside from the party for a moment.
Hey, hey.
Your abilities. Did you learn that?
Ability?
The whole cutting yourself thing. Where did you learn that?
Are you talking about my frost sword?
I guess so. It's not normally a frost sword, correct?
I don't know. I just, one day I was sharpening my blade, accidentally cut myself, and, it just lit up.
Lunk, make a deception check. And then Rin, make an insight.
Come on.
Inside.
Yeah. He seems to be telling the truth.
It's quite weird, but hell, it works. It happens.
And that's it. You just it's just a freak thing, and you just do it now.
I'm still alive, aren't I? So it must work.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like you did it again during the fight.
Yes.
You do that all the time.
Not all the time. Only when I'm worried something might actually happen.
So you,
Something might
you
actually happen that may hurt me or whoever I'm by.
so you cut yourself, and then it makes your sword go cold.
Yeah.
And no one taught you. You just did it.
Nope, no one taught me. Do I have to roll again? 'Cause
Sure.
that part was truth, is no one taught me.
Yeah, it's true. No one did teach you. It was, and it's seen that was acquired.
Yes.
Can I see your sword?
Here you go.
Okay, you look at the sword. It is very unique. It's a long sword, but it's balanced in such a way to be a finesse weapon. On the um, groove along the center of the blade, there's 7 runes, 3 of which are lit up.
Is there any significant, like a language, correlation?
Do you
Is it?
know Celestial?
No.
No idea.
And then as she's talking, she's kind of like swinging the sword around a bit. So are these runes always on them?
Yeah. More recently, yeah.
Hmm. Where'd you
This
get this from?
strange lady in the middle of a lake. She raised up from the lake. I followed her from the edge, and she gave me this, and then these runes were glowing.
Okay, make a deception check. Oh, friend, make an insight.
I'm expecting this one to fail. Ooh.
Before I roll, I'm gonna use one of my gifts to give myself a +5
Okay.
before I roll. So was
Okay. You can tell from the subtle clues, body language, inflection of voice. Some parts are true, some parts are not.
which part of the statement he just made would have been sus.
Just
Lady rolls up from the lake and gave him the sword. There, you can tell from the way his speech pattern was. There was a lady. There was a lake.
Is this another one of your interests, or is this something else? This lady.
Oh no, I just saw her one day, and oh, whatever. She's the spirit of what I can't remember it right now.
Spirit of.
She's a spirit. She gave me the sword. I could see a little fairy. She could see mine, the one that you guys keep saying I'm crazy about. None of you can see my little friend seal here, but yet I can. She had one just like her, and I talked to her about it. She told me to meet at the lake at night, and yeah, it turns out she was a goddess of some sort, and ended up helping me to figure out and get these runes lit up.
Based off your insight, friend, every single word of that statement was true, but you don't know how.
What did this goddess look like?
Well, she changed her form as soon as she started to float, so I didn't get a good look. She must have been disguising herself as a regular citizen.
I mean, I would assume so. It would be kind of odd for a god just to show up in their normal form.
Goddess.
Well, I mean, just speaking generally. Just for curiosity's sake, friend's gonna take his sword and kind of just give herself a little cut just to see what it does.
You cut yourself with a sword.
Whoa, careful there. Like I said, it is sharp.
But nothing else happens.
No.
Hmm. This is gonna sound really odd, and I understand that there's a concern.
Hey, no one else believed me when I told them the reason that I can.
I mean, I believe you. Um, would I be able to have like a little bit of your blood?
Come again?
Can I get a little of your blood? I'll
We should get moving, but I'm gonna have to say no. That sounds a bit weird. Why would I give you some of my blood?
test. I mean, if I test it and come up with a conclusion, I can see to it that the rest of the people in the party like believe you about your whole Sill
Nobody else.
situation.
Well, no one else has really asked me about Seal or my frost ability, so I don't think they really care.
That may be true, but I mean, it's still it's not something you normally see.
Well, you don't normally see a hell dog, but I didn't poke into that.
Yeah, he's not a hell dog. He's just a big wolf.
Big wolf, giant dog, hell dog, they're all kind of the same thing. Very dangerous in public.
Only dangerous if the person that owns them is dangerous.
Very true.
And I'm not dangerous
So far.
for the most part.
Yeah, you seem
There's
seem well.
Right. Alright. Then I guess that's all I really have to ask.
About this time, you guys are close to the Dawn Razor.
He's just giving back his sword and there's
Lunk, once you get your hands on the sword, it turns into Seal. Floats next to you.
Does she see the sword just disappear?
Or, friend, you do see the sword just disappear. You don't see any spirits or anything that Lunk claims to be there.
is that normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my little friend, Seal.
So your sword is the thing?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
Hmm. And does she have anything to do with the whole Frosty? Like when she
Nope.
showed up? No, it's just
No?
she was there before the whole Frosty business.
Oh, you bet. She's been here for quite some time. We're great friends. In that right?
Seal nods. Agrees with you.
I can see why the people in the party would be confused while you talk to yourself.
What's that? You say something?
It talking to yourself is just kind of weird. Not a lot of people do it.
Well, you did see my sword disappear, and it turned into a spirit that only I can. Okay, now I see why. Okay.
Lunk over here connecting the dots.
Takes a while.
I drew it with crayon.
Okay.
Well, I guess if that's it, um, you sure you just a little bit? Just put it in a vial.
As long we'll talk about it later, but as long as I'm around, we might. This might. I might allow it.
Well, I mean, you gotta be around for me to get your blood to begin. It's kind of hard to not.
Wanting me to put it in a vial and then give it to you, I would have to be around at the time of you doing whatever you wish to do.
I mean, it'll be real quick. We can just do it right now.
What exactly do you want to see?
Uh, just a test. 'Cause I already got samples from Ari and Gareth and Janice, and it's kind of
Okay,
comparing things.
now you're starting to sound like our old party member.
Why?
Wanting to poke around a little more than necessary.
No, I mean, I just met everyone. And just wanted to do what I can to help out. And helping Gareth try to figure out what's going on with Janice. And,
You do have a point right there. Janice is very messed up.
that's why I'm doing these tests. To see if there's any kind of, you know, common thread that's going around the party. So far, the only person that I've got an oddity out of is Janice.
Well, I can tell you I'm all here, I'm sane, and I'm good to go. What you see is what you get.
So that's a yes.
I can give you a demonstration of my abilities at the ship in the where with the dummies.
Okay.
That's when
You
I
guys are at the ship by now. Doesn't take that long to walk to the ship.
during my training exercise, you can be around as I train in swords.
And when do you do that?
Every morning.
I see. Alright, well, I guess I'll wait till then.
Excellent. I mean, great.
Okay, we're jumping over to Ari. Walking Mr. Winterwood back to the end is very, like, he just goes very slow, trying to process what the hell just happened. Like, there anything you want to talk to him about?
Um, Ari's gonna kind of look at him and go, if you need to talk about anything, go ahead. I know there were a lot of things that happened, but
I was just trying to help her. The guy claims he just wants to bring her home, and I helped him out. I nearly got her killed. I don't know how I'm gonna forgive myself.
over here, I guess there's must be more issues than there was back where you were from.
Well, besides the war and the siege at Shangri-La, it's just a lot of stuff are going on. I happened to escape, but hearing that all the noble houses got killed, publicly executed after the city was taken, I feared for Emily's life. And then I heard that she was out in the world, and I thought I could find her, give her some piece of home. But I, I guess I just brought her more trouble.
She doesn't strike me as being particularly interested in going home, really, at this point.
No, home would probably be a bad idea for her. Just too many people want to go after her and kill her. She poses too much of a threat. If I go home, I will be killed too. Just because I have connections to the old noble houses.
Like I said, I'll see what people I can talk to about trying to kind of smooth over whatever happened and get you into somewhere around the area, kind of.
It probably won't be best for us to taking back to the inn they know I'm at. If that archer that escaped, if he comes after me, I'm a dead man.
Hmm. I suppose you're right. Is there a different inn you'd prefer to go to?
Someplace quiet.
Okay. Um, well, let's go see what we can find for inns that are gonna be kind of quiet. Everything's pretty loud right now just because of the festival, but you know, it might be kind of nice to go to, take your mind off of it.
Or you see around, there are several different taverns, especially in this district. Um, the Old Maid, um, the Minute Monster is the one he was staying in. The Yawning Portal, the Half Fiend, Swing Bar, and the Drunken Dwarf.
Do any of them seem overly rowdy from what I can see from the outside?
The Drunken Dwarf is pretty rowdy, especially with more of a shore folk, so halflings, dwarves, gnomes.
Okay.
Um, the Yawning Portal seems to be just a bustling with different people of different types. Um, the Old Maid seems to be packed up. The Midnight Monster is closed. The Half Fiend seems like it's just alright having like a poker night right there. And it's loud. You can hear shouts from even outside on the street. The swing bar's quiet for some reason.
Hmm.
Every time you've been to town, you have noticed that the swing bar has been bustling with like uh, IRL 1920s music, swing dancing, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, let's go check out the swing bar. They look pretty quiet right now. I wonder if they don't have most of their people out in the city for the festival.
You go to the swing bar, and you open the door, and you see just the bartender. Uh, Tiefling, pink skin, horns that kind of go back and then curl up. Sorry, we're closed.
Oh, my apologies. I was hoping to find a room for a friend here.
Uh, she's looking kind of shifty.
Is everything okay?
Uh, yeah. Just sorry, we can't take customers at this time.
Okay. I don't know. It seemed odd that you guys were pretty quiet given the state of the city right now.
Yeah,
But
it's most unfortunate. We're losing quite a bit of business, but I must ask you to leave immediately.
all right. Well, good luck with everything, and we'll head out
Okay.
and find the next quietest one, which sounded like probably the old maid question mark.
The old maid seems to be mostly not like an inn, but more like just a tavern. It seems to be closed at this hour.
Okay. Strikeout number 2. Well, on to the next one.
Okay, probably the least busy of the 3 busiest ones was the Yawning Portal.
We'll head there.
Okay. You see that in this tavern, you walk in, and dead center to the room is a well. Goes straight down. The well is kind of built up to have some sort of like lip so people can sit on. Otherwise than that, people are having a good time. Some of them are shoving each other, just general bar rowdiness. You walk up to the bartender and he's like, "Hey, what can I do ya?"
Do you have any open rooms?
Yeah, I think I have just one.
Perfect. How much?
How long?
Um, how long do you want to stay here? I can't guarantee how long it'll be for me to figure out what I need to.
I don't know, a few days to a week.
Okay, we'll set you up for a week. How much?
For a week, let's say 3 gold pieces.
Ari, I'll hand him over.
Okay. You hand over the gold, he hands you a key, points you to the room.
Just make sure you bring this one food every once in a while, and she'll throw in an extra gold piece.
Aye, will do. Okay, you make your way back to the Downraiser.
Before I go, I will basically just tell the person that if they need anything, um, hmm. If they need anything, I would say come to the Dawnraiser, but, well, clearly Emily doesn't want to have to see you. If you need anything, I'll probably be around somewhere. If not, talk to some of the people involved with the church. Specifically the Church of Ava. I know a few of them there.
Okay, he just nods and heads up to his room. Okay, you head back to the Dawnraiser?
Yeah.
Okay. You head back, avoiding most of the parties on this block. Is there anything anyone likes to do before you guys do your long rest?
I know identify as
Okay.
a spell. So before I go to sleep and pull out that gauntlet that the weird robot lady dropped before she left.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast it as a ritual.
Okay.
Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna be going to bed after this. I'm just gonna cast it normally. Just 1 minute.
Okay. It's the same thing I sent you before.
Yeah. It's just for her.
Mm.
So do that, figure out what it is, and then going to bed. And then talk to Ari and Lunk in the morning.
Okay. Next day comes around, everyone gains full hit points, spell slots back, hit die, whatever you guys lost. Morning. Friend.
Clack.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll go find. Well, yeah, we'll just wander around, see if we can find Lunk, since he said he was doing his morning thing.
Lunk.
Yep.
Warfrin comes up to you and it's like, back to see your morning routine.
All right, if you really must know. I proceed to cut myself slightly and then put my
Mhm.
blood on the plate.
Okay. Cut yourself, and where the blood lands, as soon as you pull the sword away, it just freezes to ice.
Just based on the knowledge that I have, would I be able to tell what's going on?
Make a history check.
I think I'm good at those. I am good at those.
Okay. You would know that blood, based off certain techniques, can be used as a weapon. There's a group of fighters calling themselves the Blood Hunters. Can make their blood, once they apply it to an item, become fire, ice, lightning, whatever element type that they want.
And this is a pretty well-known kind of thing, or
Based on how high your history roll was, it's not exactly well known, but knowledge is out there and you have heard of it.
okay, so she's just gonna watch as he goes through his morning routine and just see if anything else comes up, and then she'll make comments after he's all done.
Okay,
I
Lunk, you go.
typically don't.
Continue.
Hold on. Weird hiccups. I typically do not freeze my sword when training. That might damage the dummies. I'm not looking to actually break anything. I wish to use them multiple days. But yes, I just do this. I get a slight frost ability, and voila.
And no one taught you this, you just did it
Nobody taught me this skill. I acquired it on my own.
by doing.
Being the great, being the greatness that I am.
There's a mild eye roll.
I notice it, but don't really care.
And you just do it.
Every
Is
now
it-
and then. Like I said, only when necessary.
Are there others here
Others.
that you know that do that?
I've met a couple here and there.
Do you happen to know where these individuals are?
Like I said, I've met them here and there. Usually at tavern or training halls.
But there's training halls that you
Well,
go to.
yeah.
Where are these?
Why the sudden interest?
It's not common for someone to be using
This
those kind of
awesome,
abilities.
this great. I know, not a lot of people can be as great as I am.
And that's why I'm curious, because of that means there's got to be other amazing people out there, right?
Yep. But you know, most of us don't like to openly brag. Some of us do, and they get publicly shamed. One way or another. You've seen it, and I'm sure you have. That's why those of us that have these abilities typically, you know, don't mention much.
I mean, it's a little late.
You asked.
Well, I'm not saying for me, I'm saying for you. So, um, do you know? Can you show me to a couple of these people?
I would have to go and see if they're at the halls. They're not always there.
Well, then, yes. Let's go see if they're at the halls.
If you insist.
Okay, while you two do that, Garrus is getting ready for his air show, and he's going to ask for everyone else who is not participating in it to get off the boat.
GTF the boat.
Well,
All
it's a
right.
good thing we're leaving. I didn't care much for this air show.
So what are some of the noble things that I can go and watch?
There is. Give me one sec. There's the airship show. There's jousting. There's the Coliseum, which runs all day. There is different fancy market events.
I'm gonna go look at the market.
Okay, overall it's fancy, snobby, like nobles spotting the jewels and stuff, and like, yeah, yes, yes. Oh, the price is too low. That means the quality is not good enough. Stuff like that.
And I just want to punch them in the face. Alright.
Wow. I know. Sweden's just gonna look around.
Okay.
You know, window shopping sort of thing.
Oh,
Look at things, but don't buy things.
by
unless
looking
they're
at the
out.
prices at doing your window shopping,
Mhm.
they're 4 or 5 times higher than another item that you've seen similarly across town in the commoners area.
Does it look similar to enough to be like, yep, that's the exact same thing?
Yeah. There's price jack to accommodate to the nobles, which apparently someone didn't price jack high enough.
Nothing of anything catches my eye, other than everything's stupid expensive.
Yeah, everything's super expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. Commoners events are still going on.
They're
Do you wanna
just
do
at
one
a
of
different part of town.
Yeah.
What are some of the commoner ones again?
There's like the grease pig contest,
Nope.
the hammer and bell, karaoke, archery, tree chopping, um, drinking contest, eating contest, rides if they're very very like low tech rides.
I think I'm gonna go and watch the jousting.
Yeah, you see people on horseback, wearing heavy plate armor, going at each other with giant lances.
Mm-hmm.
You see some noble knight runs into her and try to knock the air off a horse. It's kind of barbaric in a way, but the nobles seem like it.
Fiend will just continue watching.
Yeah, this event goes on all day.
Okay, she's gonna wait until the ship's show and make sure to watch that.
Well, because Garrus is not here.
I don't get to see the outcomes.
Yeah. I am planning
Bastard.
doing a one shot with Garrus. Hopefully before Christmas.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But before next session for sure. So, I will tell you the results after that.
Yep.
Is there anything you guys
Wow,
like?
it was such a wonderful ship show.
Wow. The announcer mispronounced his name.
Rip.
Is there anything you guys like to do before the ball?
Ari's gonna go do her talking to the arbiters to try and get this dude set up somewhere else.
Okay.
While she's there, she's also going to ask if they've got anything on, like, some form of etiquette that's at least moderately new.
Yes. There are several books on modern day etiquette for the modern noble, kind of titles of books.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
For dummies.
yeah, basically.
I still want to do that
Yeah,
now.
they allow you to rent those books out,
Perfect.
and the guy is set up for to be moved out.
Wonderful. Okay.
So you're gonna do some quick reading before
Three.
the the ball.
Apparently. Apparently I gotta study up for everything.
Okay, in these books, you know some of it. Due to your arbor training, you learn quite a bit of like how to blend in to the ball. Try not to insult by being kind. I guess you can say it that way. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Are you sharing this with anyone?
Does anybody else need a refresher course on things to do and not do at a ball?
I mean, I was thinking we could have a practice mock dance session together. That would be kind of fun.
Fantastic. Let's do it.
So, wait, we don't have the ship. Where would we meet up for this dance?
Who's all available for this?
Is this set over Rocky Talkies?
Yes.
Lunk signs up.
All right, we have a mail.
I
When
wonder
would-
if the church wouldn't know people who might be able to help us out a little. Or point us in the right direction.
Does Janice want to come with? You know, she's part of the church and might help us.
I was planning on going to watch the duels.
Don't you want to practice your dancing, though, so you can dance with the prince?
I've already practiced.
Then do you not want us to look like a fool in front of him? I mean, I wouldn't want to damage your reputation with the prince at all.
My what?
Air.
How'd you say it? Reputation? Prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
I think
Let's
she
go.
needs to. I think she needs to come with. Otherwise, I fear the reputation of the Seven Dawns might falter.
While they're doing that stuff, and prior to would have would we have
Yeah.
gone to the?
By now, Lunk showed you where this training hall was.
Was anyone present?
Yes, a very old human. His name is Old Man Brute.
Was this a friend of Lunk's?
Yeah. Once he comes in, Brute greets him very well. He's also asking if he wants more
there-
training.
Well, I would, but this one right here keeps pressing me on questions.
Hi.
Well, hi there. Big guy. Yeah, he goes to shake your hand, and his hand just encompasses fully yours. Very, very big dude.
Looking at small Lunk compared to this huge dude. It's like, have you not died training with this guy?
I hold back.
I would. No.
Lunk just kind of looks away.
So I have a lot of questions, and he doesn't seem to know anything. So I was hoping that maybe you could help answer some.
We are gonna answer some questions. Whatever. You want to join the Blood Hunters?
That's the whole questioning thing. Yeah, she's in turn back. I'll be here for a while, so if you want to just go.
No, I'm staying.
You sure? I'm gonna be here a while.
I usually come here. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. So while you friends talking to a man brood, Ari and Speen and whoever else wants to can practice their ball etiquette.
I thought Lunk wanted to join.
Oh, we doing this now?
Yes.
All right. Lunk makes his way there. I let you know over the rocks that I am on my way.
First rule of etiquette is not to be late. I hope you understand that.
Fashionably late, as I always have heard.
Fashionably late only lasts for 15 minutes. Silence.
Silence.
I'm feeling
So,
Okay, I'm guessing you guys want to practice at the Church of Ava.
Sure.
yes.
Janice, Sally, Lunk, Speen, and Ari show up.
I thought Janice was going to watch stuff.
Oh yeah, Janice, you're at
yeah, me and
the
Charity.
Coliseum or at like the Magic Duels.
The duels. Me and
You see
Charity.
wizards trying to blow up your share.
Very simple version of it.
Yeah.
Fireball and counterspell.
They basically go a share until either they run out of spell slot or they get knocked out.
Run out of spell slots, the wizard should always be packing a dagger.
Okay, so Ari, Fiend, and Lunk. Practice time.
Woo! Fantastic.
Training montage.
Just sees a bunch of ballroom dancing.
All the dancing and formally talking to people.
Hey man, I've seen that in anime before.
I mean, lots of animes have that ballroom scene.
But do they have a dancing montage?
I'm just thinking
Correct.
Penny Hill here.
Continue.
Okay, you're lucky enough to convince one of the members of the church to play a little music for you. So, but it's your turn to play.
Too bad we didn't know of a bard who could play music for us.
Hashtag, I don't think that Bard would be very much willing to do so.
There once was a tale of a nobleman.
Bawling as he's trying to play a song.
Anyway,
Great.
how are we pairing up?
Okay, Sveen. Based off the books that Ari found, ballroom etiquette has changed a lot in 300 years. Especially difference between tieflings and dwarves.
I thought it was elves and dwarves at that time.
The Red City's tieflings, though, so you have to take tiefling books.
Ah, yes. Any major notices that I should keep in mind?
A lot less brawling.
Ah, yes, the dwarven ball. The dwarven iron ball attached to a stick of chain.
Just about, yeah.
I mean, I do remember a couple of fights during the one I was at. But... Alright, noted. I will avoid that. Not like I was wanting to do that
Dancing
anyway.
style changed a little bit from like, like Russian dance style where they get really low and kick up legs. Now it's more like Victorian era step waltzing kind of stuff.
Is there anybody in the church who's able to come help us? Like, to come practice
yes.
with it all?
Why
There
don't
is,
you go ask?
Selena.
Celine. That's Selena.
That's a Celine.
Said Selena.
Oh, Celine.
Is
A younger
Cherokee
elven
here?
woman.
Is Cherokee here?
No, she's with me.
Yeah,
She's already with.
she's
Sad.
with Jazz, keeping an eye on her.
We may not like each other, but we do like wizards beating the snot out of each other.
Fireball, counterspell. Fireball, counterspell.
Counter my dagger, you filthy casual.
So yeah, younger elven woman, a Zadian elf. She knows a lot about ballroom etiquette, and she's teaching you 3, giving Lunk a lot of pointers.
Can I do a
That's right.
performance check to see how well I'm doing?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You already Lunk and Fiend make performance checks.
I could see it just like
I'm
whack,
not doing bad.
like
Oh, he's doing amazing.
like smacking Lunk. Whack! Stand
Mhm.
straight.
Excuse me? How dare me with
How
such
does he have
language?
+10 to his performance?
She
Charisma.
gives you applause.
10
Filthy.
performance.
Apparently,
Casuals.
he's taking the lessons very well.
Well, good, he should. He'd be doing a lot of leading.
I'm
And
taking it okay. There's a couple of
according-
hiccups. That's it.
This is true. According to Charity Lunk, it's best to keep you on the dance floor and away from shiny objects.
He does
Or
have a
attractive
knack
woman.
for more than observing them.
Are we talking about shiny objects or women?
Take your pick.
Chris over here just busting a gut.
I think I'm muted. Just laughing to that Mard.
Multi-class in the bard.
Should we do another one just for fun's sake to see if we're still doing okay? I don't know.
She like I think you're starting to get it. Come tonight, there's could be quite a bit more embarrassment. So let's go through it one more time. And we'll call it a day. Over
Alright.
practice is bad. So roll performance again.
Everybody
Please.
roll again.
I did better. Lunk got dirty 20s.
And she's like, as
Wait.
you can tell, over practicing. Lunk was doing very well before, and now
How long has this
it's
been
still
going
doing
on?
great. A few hours. So it's
Yeah.
about mid-afternoon right now.
Yeah,
The
so
ball
we-
starts in 3 hours.
very thorough and strict.
Yes.
It's a high performance stat on a rogue. I don't think I've seen that before.
Well, if we
Ooh.
want time to prepare
I did a crit on
ourselves,
it.
right, Ari?
We should
should
get
probably-
going.
Yes, hair and makeup take some time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want any help with that, by the way?
I mean, since we both have to get ready, it might be worth taking the time to get ready together.
Yes. And
By
by this time,
now, the airship show is done. And
Very floss.
the Dawn Razor is parked back in the spot before.
And
Perfect.
give us a hurry
I'm
and
gonna
rush to
thank the
Colosseum.
whoever's playing the music, whoever helped us, curtsy. Thank you for assisting us and teaching us how to dance properly.
And she bows her head and, acknowledges the thanks.
Well, let's go ahead.
I was going to go jump to Warframe, but if you guys want to head back to the Dawn Razor and get ready for the ball.
Let's get ready for the ball, Ari.
I can let Warfren go first. We can come back to us.
Yes.
Well, if you guys are gonna just get Ray, I'm just gonna jump from Warframe to the ball. If
Unless
that's
there was
okay.
some questioning you wanted to do during dress up.
Eh.
Roll performance while you're doing makeup.
Hashtag, can we do the makeup's good?
Better
If you guys
roll.
want to roll,
Do we?
Better roll 20 or higher.
Oh,
Your
shit.
DC.
okay. Roll a d20, add your dex and your intelligence mod
Add both dex and intelligence.
and proficiency
Okay.
since it's makeup and girls in makeup.
So I'm just gonna then do
That's
in athletics because it would be the same amount. It's a +6 because I have proficiency is 4 and dexterity is 2.
Dex, intelligence, and proficiency.
Yeah, my intelligence is 0.
Okay, so
So it's just gonna see as an athletic. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ha!
nailed it.
Oh, that's. What are we rolling? You said Dex?
Intelligence, proficiency.
And
That's a
dex
d20.
Okay, so a
And Dex.
d20 plus my proficiency of 4. Got it.
plus dex and intelligence.
Yeah.
Which have zeros.
Okay, so +4.
Plus 4.
It's a d20
Plus 4.
that one.
for a dirty 20.
I had
It-
dirty 25.
It is pretty good. It's not that hard to get dressed. Makeup takes a bit, but you guys nailed that.
Good.
They're gonna
think
sit
it
up.
looks lovely.
Oh, I've been reclining this whole time.
Bad. You're full
What?
asleep that way.
I was actually taking a nap for like a good 10 minutes.
God.
Well, this has gone well. I think we'll be okay in there.
think
And
so as
Janice, by
well.
the time you get back to the Church of Ava, they want to get you fancied up
Oh boy.
for the meeting the prince tonight.
Yeah, the whole ball. Yep, everyone's gonna be going nuts. Charity's gotta look good. I gotta look good. Slane's gotta look good. Gloria has to deal with all the girls running around like crazy.
Yep.
You can hear there's just a bunch of high-pitched squealing in the background. And then someone yelling about someone taking their makeup or their lip gloss or something.
You're lucky that it's mostly tieflings, and tiefling has a wide range of skin colors and tones.
Lip gloss
So-
just makes your lips shiny.
Pictures.
So, them stealing Cher's makeup is very rare.
Okay,
So.
stealing each other's hairbrush.
Or something
Save.
stupid like that, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody would do it.
Yep,
Okay.
guaranteed.
God damn
Mer-
computer.
Okay, you're asking questions to Old Man Brood.
Many a question.
Do you just want to send me them later and I can answer them? Or is it important you want to answer them now?
Because it'll be a lot of typing. Like one of the first things she probably asked. I'll send you a list of different questions in a minute.
Okay. I'll answer them later.
But the main thing, like she would ask him, is be like, where he learned how to do things.
He acknowledges that he learned it from his master, who learned it from master before.
And like, where's the origin of being a blood hunter?
The origin is mostly unknown, but it is like kind of the Guild's a myth that it was meant to fight monsters, so werewolves, vampires. They learned these abilities to do that.
I love how the music just got dramatic at that point.
Does he? When it comes to mentioning like the whole vampiric nature of fighting monsters in that kind of sense, ask him if he himself or people he's known that are alive have fought vampires before.
To his knowledge, he hasn't met or fought a vampire, and none of his comrades have.
And what's kind of, since Is the fact that they haven't fought them before, and it's been so long assuming that they have fought them. Like, what is his opinion on them?
Mostly if they don't hurt anyone, he won't hurt them. Because there are some nice monsters, as he quote.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Based on the conversation that's been going on, would she be able to tell if he's like a calm, collected, trustworthy individual?
Yeah. Based on the conversation, his fighting days are over. He's meant to train others into the ways of Blood Hunter.
Okay. With that knowledge, she's gonna reveal like her nature and like basis of questioning
Mm-hmm.
to him as like a thing, or just like don't say, like don't talk about it, keep it between us.
You know, he's like, you're the first vampire we met, and glad to know they're not all evil bloodsuckers. And of course, he won't mention it. It's like, why would he?
Yeah. That's the main. Just I'll message you the rest. That was a lot of typing I knew from
Mhm.
my side.
Okay.
But that's just the main gist of it.
Okay. Now that everyone's ready for the ball, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break.
Make sure everyone to change.
Yay,
their
break
picture.
time.
So
Break
they-
time. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
So, time for the ball. You see different carriages and people in different fancy dresses, all different races, all different. You tell who's like the noblest of nobles, to the uh, high-ranking merchants. All depends on the type of clothing they're wearing. At the door, you see a tiefling in very fancy clothes. Have a list of names. As each one of you goes up, and he's like, "Your name, please." You give it to him, and he's like, "Oh yes, part of Camilla's party. Check market. Free. You're free to come in. Enjoy yourself." It says that to every one of you.
She'll get a nod. Sphene will give a nod and enter in.
You see in this ballroom, it is massive in here. Janice, you've been in here multiple years before, and every single year,
Is Celine and Charity here?
yes.
Alright. So I'm supposed to
Sherry
go
is
with-
on
I'm
Lung's
supposed-
arm. There's lines of food on tables around the edges of the room. No place to sit anywhere. There are several doors leading to different rooms, but they seem to be invite only. Your servants coming in and out of the kitchen, passing food along the tables. You see that the ball attendees are avoiding a certain table. Labeled, you know, not really labeled, but like has assortment of low quality meats and cheese and other ballroom finger foods. Every other table has miles above this one table's food.
I'm guessing that's our table.
No.
Oh,
I'm
let's
guessing it is. What was his name? Why don't I have that document pulled up? Frick me. God. No. Yes, that one. The guy from Wolfpine. Maybe. He usually doesn't attend, so.
Draven.
Driven, of Varys.
Draven.
Do I see that individual there? No. Or who do I see?
You don't know where you don't know what it looks like. So, you do hear his name called. Since you're close by the door, you hear the doorman like your name. Oh, Draven of Varus. Very well. Check mark his name. Enjoy.
I'm gonna discreetly just look him over, just so that then I can remember what he looks like.
Okay, he is half Zadian elf. Somewhat fancy clothes. Seems to be quite dusty. He got a dust off, but not quite enough to get rid of the full dust look to him. He does have his servant, master servant, with him. The old man that you met in Wolfspine.
The old man that runs the.
His master servant. So
I wasn't there. I don't think. Was I?
Garrus was, and he points it out to you. Lots and lots of people. People are coming in from all over. What do you want to do?
Ari is gonna kind of hang around an outer edge of the room. Mostly just seeing who comes in, who comes out, if anybody really stands out. Either in either format, whether it's like really low end or really high end.
What prominent figureheads are currently here already?
The prince and the king are not here. Camilla is not here yet. Prominently figureheads, you see high-ranking merchant. You see captains of different armies / commanders. You see various different types of like nobility, I guess you can say. Representatives from each house are here, of course.
Not the heads themselves.
Not the heads themselves, or they'll show up later.
Because I have to follow Selena around while we go and do the meet and greets and all that fun bullshit.
Oh yes, a lot of small talk or a lot of like merchants bragging about their newest purchase and how much the customer spent on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that type of BS. Janice, you notice that this table of low quality food, normally this table is reserved for the king, and he usually serves the highest quality of food. It's just this year it is of lower quality. You also notice that some of the paintings and normal, like the chandelier and the other art pieces around, are not quite up to the normal standard. Like they just all got replaced.
I talked to Celine to see if she notices it well.
She does, and she's like, "Yeah, but we're not fully supposed to talk about it."
Do you know why?
Well, do you know the auction? What item you bought?
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, he has some most of the wares and fancy art pieces to buy it.
I see now. And I'm just gonna sit there quietly.
Mm-hmm. You do hear whispers of other people talking, mostly about uh, the lower quality food the king usually compared to what he usually serves. The meats of the other tables are just superb, while this one is like
Tavern
meh.
food.
Commoners food is what they usually call it.
It's not the fine hors d'oeuvres they're
Mhm.
expecting.
Oh, they're expecting the best cuts and the finest of
Wines, cheese,
yeah. No, it is
like what you would see in a tavern.
yeah, basically. I uh you see you walk into the door Camila Lewis. In this very, very revealing long neck long V-neck um dress with a very big slit on both sides for dress.
By the way, Chris, do you want me or us to throw up our pictures into Discord so people could see it?
Or that are on Roll20, either or.
Yeah, you can literally change
It's probably going to be easier for them to see it on Discord because if we already have our pictures up and they're tiny.
Okay, yeah, pop and roll in Discord.
you can literally change your thing on your.
Yeah, but they're tiny and probably be hard to see.
You can change the UI.
Zoom in.
Silly goose. Not literally. You go up to the cog. You go up to game under game settings, player video avatar size, it large or regular. I prefer small. Or you have to actually change your character's picture in your thing. And then over in the chat, you go to the very bottom and it says as, you click on the drop down and then you choose your character. Very nifty. Wrong picture.
Me?
Yeah, it shows you as.
No, I removed it.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's like, okay, Jordan's literally a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw it into a different channel. How about that?
As I was saying, you see Camilla Lillis walk in, and she is drawing all the attention from all the merchants. As she walks in, you see whispers. People are close by. You hear him whisper, "Oh, have you heard that she's been uh, stockpiling on supplies of silks and leathers? I wonder what that could be all about." And there are groups like, "Yeah, I heard she keeps bringing crates over to Angel's Tears. Quite odd. I heard of charity work, but I haven't heard of give away all your money charity work."
Out of character. What is Angel's Tears again?
The place we visited with the crates that was kind of sus.
Well, that's the warehouse.
No.
It's a very small town where carving of an angel into the mountain. The angel's eyes are waterfalls, which is why it's
Oh.
called Angel's Tears.
Oh, okay.
It's a very, very small town. Less than 200 people tops. Ari, you hear very quietly trying to get out of earshot of you. I hear that Lilith has been performing dark rituals at Angel's Tears. Well, we should go up there and ask. Oh, are you kidding? I'm not going to ask her.
Hmm. So is there anyone by Dravis or Draven? Sorry.
Besides the master servant, and he, as you keep watching him, you see him every once in a while ask the servant, "Oh, who this person is, or who that person is," and the servant replies.
Well, as is my duty as a representative of the church, me, Celine, and Charity, unless Charity's busy with Wonk, are going to greet Lilith as the head of the family, or the head of their house.
Yep, you approach her and, do the greets.
Get a
He's like,
courtesy.
"Oh, Janice and Celine. So good to see you here. I haven't seen you here since last year." "Oh, Janice, thank you for doing work for me. It helped me out a great deal."
There's any. Well, like you were saying. Fuck you. Okay. It's like it was my honor. I was about to sneeze.
Mhm.
It is like no, I don't want to sneeze. I give a slight head bow and say it's my honor.
"Oh, I'm glad that you're so willing to help the houses." And, trying to keep the conversation going until she sees someone. "Oh, will you two excuse me for a minute? I have talked to someone." And she goes over off the corner and whispers quietly between her and companion. And the companion just goes into the back room.
Oh,
Speen.
yep. I was just about to say. I'm gonna head up to Draven now.
All right.
You don't just pounce on them.
Of course not.
That'd be rude. Hello. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I overheard your name was Draven.
It is. And do I know you?
Oh no, I've just heard about you a little bit.
Oh, well, I'm not that particularly famous.
Well, word gets around some days. I heard you have one of these in quite a long time.
Yes, I haven't. He looks kind of questioningly over to his servant.
Pardon me for late introductions. My name is Sphene.
It's so nice to meet you. And he holds out his hand, and when you hold out yours, he goes down to kiss it.
I was just curious as to what made you want to attend this one.
Just to get out of town, a little vacation.
Being stuck in the same spot can be quite stifling.
Yes, and after my father died, I saw it best to get out and meet some new people.
Yes, I heard of that as well. I'm very sorry for your loss.
He doesn't really seem to get sad from when you say that. He just seems to get like a neutral face.
If it puts you at any ease, I've heard that land shark, I believe, was the one that killed you, according to a news article I read once. He was killed.
Oh, I'm glad that he finally got his justice.
Yes.
I heard he got too many people. I was injured myself by him.
Well, I'm glad to see you're all right.
Yes, I am doing much better now. So, what can I do for you, Miss Bean?
I was just looking to chat. I don't know many people here, so finding someone I can at least recognize a name with helps.
Well, there's many of folks you could know by name. A lot of these people here are quite famous, and I'm surprised you decided to single out me. Well, it was nice meeting you. I do have a business partner I'm meeting up with later. After notices me, I would love to chat with you some more.
Of course.
Of
Well-
course. I'll see you later, Miss Fiend.
It was a pleasure to meet you. And she'll back away.
Okay. He goes off and goes talk to a merchant. You tell by his outfit.
Mhm.
He seems to act rather
Neutral.
socially awkward, I guess you can call it.
Doesn't quite know all the cues and things like that.
Yeah, it's like, you haven't never been to an event like this before, but it's like, make an insight check.
Inside a -1. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, look! Well, a dirty one!
And he might be socially awkward. People are.
Plus, it's
You
also been a long
do remember that he was very proud and very charismatic, according to this article. But, articles can be wrong sometime.
Better things could have happened in between. You never know.
Sphene,
Yes.
as you look around to see who else to talk to, you see someone you haven't saw in over 300 years. He's quite old now. A dwarf. Your master's son.
God. I was not expecting
And the plot thickens.
I was not expecting that. Oh.
Psych.
She'll secretly watch from afar, but if you were to look her way, it wouldn't be exactly secretive. And she's just happy to be able to see him. And she never thought she would see him.
We'll come back to that. Lunk.
Lunk is here.
Sherry's like, come dance with me.
But of course.
Okay, you go into the dance floor and then you get feels a hand on your shoulder. It's an older tiefling. You can assume to be in his 80s. Kind of have this like somewhat snowblind look in his eyes.
Can I
Young
help you?
servant, what are you doing here on the dance floor? You should be serving alcohol.
Excuse me, you must be confused. I am not a servant, I am an attendant. I'm
Well,
also...
you're dressed like a servant. Come.
Excuse me, get your hands off me, old man.
Old man?
Yes,
I am the
old man.
master's servant. You should know this.
I don't care what you are. You dare call me a servant and try to drag me off? I'm here to enjoy the ball. I've gotten my proper tickets and everything. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Sherry's trying to tap you on the arm like, Lunk, you shouldn't have done that.
I haven't done what?
That is the master servant of the house. He is a little blind.
Then he shouldn't be walking. If he's blind. What?
I say he's a little blind. I didn't say he was all blind. If you say
Excuse
you're a
me,
servant, you
sir.
should have been much nicer. Now you're drawing attention.
Excuse me, sir, but I am not a servant. Now, that hurt a little bit, saying that you telling me that I look like one, but I assure you I am not.
He gives you a good look over again. Kind of give that a squint look. I am terribly sorry. Uh, my vision is not quite like it used to be.
That is all right. I apologize for my outburst. As I give I don't know, a bow or something.
A tip of the hat.
Yeah, tip of the hat.
My deepest apologies. Please enjoy the rest of the ball.
Thank you.
Be hilarious if he came back and did it again.
And you see now. Emily,
Yes.
you look around the ball and just like you kind of feel all place. And you see someone you recognize. It's your mother.
Impossible. I'm clearly on some drugs because I saw her die.
She does have a heavy scar across her face, and from what her just reveals, a heavy scar in the center of her chest.
I don't like it.
You also see a servant of yours that is very loyal to your house, staying next to her.
I guess I'll go up to him. I guess why not?
Okay. You go up to him, and she's just overcome with tears of joy in seeing you. She rushes up to you and gives you a big old hug. Emily, my dear, I never thought I'd get to see you again. Just can't stop hugging you.
I can't believe you survived. I thought everyone was dead.
Oh, I was left for dead. And with this hole in his chest, I thought for sure I'll bleed out. If it wasn't for Kane here, I would have bled to death on the floor. We found a cleric. We got healed. I got healed up, and then we escaped. We've been on the run ever since. We've been hearing rumors of Major General Riker going after you, and we thought it might be too late, but we had to come look. And I'm so glad I found you.
How have you been surviving all these years?
Oh, on the run, we've been mostly living in Amman, hopping to place, going on different caravans. We spent all our money, all my money that's left, coming here for this one last chance to meet you, to even see you.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
I'm speechless too. Thank goodness you're alright, my daughter. Happy family reunion.
Yeah.
And now I'm just freaking out over a different reunion.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay. You see Triana, and she's making a beeline to you.
Isn't Triana
I'll
the one
approach
we
her
were
a little
looking
bit
for?
slowly, so it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm. Okay. You meet up with her and just like, we need to talk. Someplace with less ears.
so let's find somewhere to talk.
Okay. You find the second floor and go to a balcony. The balcony is quiet and is away from our people. So, first things first, what information have you found about the cult of Lilith?
Well, as far as I can tell, people are a little suspicious of House Lilith. Um, she's House Lilith has been bringing stuff to a location called Angel's Tears.
Okay.
Nobody's really sure why. I mean, we helped, quote, quote. Mostly were coerced by the current leader of House Lilith, Camilla. And we helped one of her ships to Angel's Tears and back. Because her ships were being attacked. She seems to have a more or less enthrallment thing that she does to people. As far as Angel's Tears itself, the town did seem a little odd, but we weren't there long enough to see much.
Okay, at least it's a good place to start. Can't say for sure, but based off your description, Angel's Tears is probably their cult base. Well, at least we know where they're located.
Mm-hmm.
Now for my news. I found out who they're going after. Is me. Apparently I'm some final piece to their grand puzzle. So, after I'm talking to you, I'm going to go into hiding for a while. Do not try to contact me.
Okay.
Another thing. The Arbiters, not all of them can be trusted.
Yes.
Have you heard of anything about the Arbiters?
I mean, I happened to run into one other, and that was a little while ago now too. She happened to be in one of the research libraries while I was there. I wasn't real sure of if she was okay or not.
Okay. Any information, like a secret group or something?
She made mention of a group.
Okay. For sure, do not trust anyone in that group.
Of course.
Apparently, two of the leaders are corrupt as well.
Yes. This person told me about that. Gave me names specifically for
Okay.
those who were kind of leading.
After you're done gathering information here, get any artifacts of ruin you can find and try to take down the cult before they capture me. I don't know how long I can hide. I'll be constantly on the move, but all my sources are compromised.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
If they end up capturing me, try to stop them before the next blood moon. Specifically Diana's. That should be in 1 month. Your group is probably the only chance we got to stop whatever dark dealings they're plotting.
Well, I guess we'll have our word cut out for us then. We'll have to make some quick work of things.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get going.
Yeah, go. Don't stay too long.
Okay. And she just leaves. Sphene.
He hasn't noticed me yet, right?
No.
Okay, thank God. No one has tried to speak with her, I'm guessing.
This Sphene?
Yeah.
You don't seem important enough.
Mhm.
Yes, that sounds bad, but
And
you don't seem like a merchant. You don't seem like a high-ranking noble.
I don't stand out.
No.
Good, excellent.
Grant. She has perplexed feelings right now. Because she wants to go up to him, but she knows if she goes up to him, it might not be as good as she wants it to be. But she is happily watching from the sidelines.
Oh yeah, he is talking to high-ranking merchants. You see this really fat human merchant comes up to him. He's bald and looks like he has like an air of stink, of rotten nobility about him. Just goes up to him and loudly just taunts him. Demir's its accomplishment.
She
And-
instantly hates that guy.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you'll be done with within a year. You know, kind of a pseudo villain laugh. Whatever peedly deals you can make here won't be worth squat once I take everything you own. Bye. He stomps off and goes to the next
I'm gonna,
person.
after he's gone far enough away from Master, I'm gonna go up to that fat man.
Okay, you go up to him. And he's just. Imagine like Kingpin from Spider-Man.
Haven't seen it.
I hate to get political. Imagine Donald Trump, but a million times worse.
Okay. Fair enough.
A very large, both in size and in power, businessman.
Yes.
You mean that one GIF from like whatever Link game or something, Legend of Zelda thing? That's a meme currently?
Mm.
Don't know.
Something
Oh, well.
like this.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Just bald.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Give me a sec.
He looks at you.
I couldn't help but notice the air of elegance you have. And grandeur.
Well, you can tell a powerful man when you look. I like girls like you.
My, I feel kind of lonely out here. Maybe we should dance.
I don't dance.
Oh, you won't pay this little girl a dance.
I can hire one of my servants to dance with you.
But isn't that not the same?
Well, I have so many business deals I need to take care of, and this is a perfect opportunity.
Pity. I was hoping such a wondrous man would dance with me. Apparently, looks can be deceiving.
But money is not. And I know what you girl is trying to do. It's trying to make me fall in love with you and you become some sort of gold digger.
Oh no, I already have one I love. It's just. Oh, he could not come. So I'm awfully lonely right now.
There's many other powerful, younger, noble men. You can swindle all their money for a long time.
All I ask is for a dance. But apparently, someone of your stature cannot merely dance.
Fiend's getting patrolled.
Call it what you will, but I have business deals to make, and you're wasting my precious time. Off with you.
I hope some of those business deals are with some very well tailors. It must be hard to find one for your figure. And walks away.
Whoa!
Basically, the noble way of saying you're fat. And that's how you do a complimented insult. God, I was hoping he would dance with me so I could make him trip, fall, and make him look hilarious.
Which is why you didn't want to.
Thanks. You missed out on my fun!
Remember, he's not dumb.
Kingpin's not dumb. He is very smart. And so it's his character's based off of.
Anyway, she's gonna go back to happily watching her.
Okay.
Yeah.
The big guy pays no attention to you. He's not. You're on his radar at all.
I'm not on his radar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
he's
care.
looking for.
Did he take any
Hide.
insult to the thing, though?
No.
Well, damn.
He doesn't look like he did. He might be crying tonight, but I don't think he did now. Okay. On the far side of the ballroom, there is a set of stairs that could join the middle into a wider set of stairs leading down into the ballroom. You see coming down the stairs the king, who is looking unwell. Just as bad, if not worse, than you guys saw him a few months ago. He's coming down the stairs very proudly and trying to do it by himself, but there are servants close by just in case he suddenly feels ill. He makes it down to the first landing, right before the ballroom. and he's like, "Greetings, one and all. I'm hope you're having a wonderful time at Midwinter's Festival." And he starts coughing, and then, please excuse that. Please enjoy the rest of the night. Be merry, be drunk, and most of all, have fun. He comes down and the servants bring him a chair so he can sit. Then you see coming downstairs a much younger tiefling who looks similar to the king, but much, much healthier. Prince Ronar coming downstairs.
Right
All the
as
girls are like cheering and like whispering and like praising him. He gets to the landing and looks around, sees Janice get this big old smile on his face, and then waves to the rest of the crowd and comes down to the ballroom to socialize. Janice,
Yes.
what do you do?
Wait for Celine to go up because I have to follow her until all introductions are done.
Mm. You do so, and it's once the prince arrives, it's a long, grueling process.
As it is every year.
And eventually, introductions are all done. And she whispers into your go be by your prince.
And I'm gonna go scurry off.
Okay. The prince was talking to some low-ranking noble and sees you approaching. He's like, "Excuse me," and he walks closer to you, meets up with you.
I'm going to curtsy.
He's gonna bow.
Oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Give me a second. Well, it's the evening, right?
Yeah, it is
I,
mid-evening.
I'm gonna say good evening, Prince Renar.
Good evening, Miss Janice.
And I'm just gonna start conversing.
Okay. Conversation.
Conversation.
Warfren. The ball is boring. You got the money, you got paid. You're talking to the Blood Hunter, and you guys talk all through the night. Finding out quite a bit of information about Blood Hunters and their relationship to vampires. Which we'll talk more about that later.
Mhm.
Sphene.
One of these times, I'm just gonna hear you say he noticed me.
About to say that.
Dang it.
He's looking around, and he like looks towards you, and he just gets that confused, nostalgic look.
She
He's like,
immediately looks away.
couldn't be. And he approaches you. Sick Irish accent, which I'll try to do. Oi. Does my old eyes deceive me? Miss, may I know your name?
My name is Sphene.
And he just gets all teary-eyed. I haven't seen you in 300 years.
It's been a long time. young master.
I wish I could have met you in better circumstances.
There was nothing to be helped.
Yes, after Father took you away, I was quite lonely. I didn't understand why you had be returned. Uh, Please, can you tell me, are there any other warforges like you?
I haven't met across any.
Oh. Months after you were returned to the Creation Forge, Father purchased a smaller version of you. He called it Sphene V2. We were quite close, like you and I used to be, until that fateful day. I never saw her again.
Fateful day.
No, the Tarask. Father and mother didn't make it.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I could have been there.
It is quite all right.
Out of character, were they actually at the Battle of the Tarask?
Sphene. There was
Was.
Sphene V2, and they're all the same Sphene, is how I've seen it.
No, I'm talking about the people that didn't make it.
No, they were killed in the.
They were killed in the battle, in the Teresk thing.
Well,
Oh.
Tarask ravaged Zadia for a week or two before it was stopped. It was they were killed in the Calamity.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
No,
It was my
Sphene
fault.
V2, from what he was describing, was a shorter dwarf size, childlike version of you.
I'm glad you were able to make memories with even a version of me.
Well, if you made it all this time, I suppose that she still might be out there somewhere.
Be nice to meet her. Learn about the things I missed out on.
Well, maybe you could help your old master out one more time.
It'd be an honor.
I'm in some financial debt. The big guy gestures towards the fat human.
Yes, I overheard.
He wants all my wealth, all my power, my status even. And he's been doing everything humanly possible to drain me of that. Deals are promising goes very sour for me. Almost the second I make them. I used to own a fleet of airships and sea ships. Now I'm down with my last one, which I arrived on today.
So what is it you're asking of me?
There's a symbol of the Dawn Forgers somewhere in the desert. Father had it at the Creation Forge when the Thrust wiped everything out. If you were to retrieve it for me, it would put backing on my claims. Then Trenton over there won't be able to ravish my deals as much.
I will do my best to try and locate it, Master.
Thank you, Sphene. He gives you a big old hug.
God, I wish Sphene could cry. Ah, she'd be totally bawling her eyes at this point. Sphene can't cry though.
He stays with you the rest of the night, talking about his life after the battle, raising his daughter who became rebellious.
Ellie.
Yep. She's a lot like him in a way. The ship that he arrived on was called the Dawn's End, and the ship Allie built was called the Dawn Razor. Maybe in some sort of sense of
One dawn is
Right.
ending and one is beginning.
or some rising the Dawn Forger's name from the ashes.
I've missed out on a lot, but that was to be expected.
It's okay. As long as I got to see you again. It makes up for all the bad years. Ari,
Hmm.
a young tiefling noble approaches you and he's like, I haven't seen a more beautiful woman in my life.
Well, thank you.
Would you care to dance?
Of course.
Okay. He leads you to the dance floor. Make a performance check. He is very young. It's probably the first ball he ever been to. He says he's from a lesser noble family, but he can make you the richest, most beautiful woman he has ever met. He's a terrible lead. He's too distracted on talking a big game than showing it with his dancing skills. You ended up taking the lead for the remainder of the dance. But he just keeps talking.
So what is it your family does?
I am part of the Starlight Guild. We sell different trinkets and odds and ends to all the different nations of the world.
And your name was?
Maximilian.
My name is Ari.
It is a pleasure, Ari.
As well.
Yeah. He is mass amounts of BS. He's trying to talk a big game.
Ego mile high.
Ari will pretty much just like nod and kind of smile and like
Mhm.
Play along.
yeah.
Mm.
For show.
Yeah, of course. He's like, oh, there's been a rumor going about for many ages about a princess locked away in a tower. Any noble knight who dares to rescue her will be granted king of the world. I never saw anyone would be stupid enough to go after that until I met you. And if this princess was even half as beautiful as you, any knight would go after and risk his life just for a glimpse of that beauty.
If I were a princess, there would be no doubt I'd know how to handle myself. I am not only capable here, but I am also capable with some degree of defensible weapons.
Really, he just seems a little off put by that. I am a practiced swordsman myself. Clearly lying. Maybe I could show you a few of my moves.
If you could get close to me.
Hmm.
I use a spear. Like to keep things at a little bit of a distance.
Oh, a spear is a commoner's weapon.
Suits the job I do.
So you're a soldier.
Not exactly.
Oh, so what type of job do you do?
I do lots of things, actually.
He gets kind of off put by that again.
Not in the way that you might be thinking.
Hmm.
It's best to stay studious on all forms, something to protect yourself,
Right.
as well
right.
as other studies.
So you're like a scholar.
You could say that.
Like a cleric?
I mean, that is technically a lot of my work.
Oh, so you go around and preach the holy word of your god.
Not exactly. If people don't want to hear it, and there are plenty of people who choose not to, I show with actions rather than with words.
I see. So what is your chosen deity?
I follow Torm myself.
Torm. I haven't heard of this deity.
His particular realms are war and knowledge. And I do believe there are a couple of others, but those are kind of the main reasons I follow, given that sometimes my job takes me into less than amicable circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Well, I follow the god, the Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen.
Yes, she is a quite noble deity to follow. I, myself, in her honor, and just he goes on and on about fighting monsters in the name of the Raven Queen. Most of it's bullshit. Trying to get his way with the ladies, but you know. You being experienced in people, realize that he's just talking big game, and that's all he is. After the song ends, he leads you off the dance floor. Maybe we meet again, Ari.
In time, perhaps. And Ari will, like, nod and curtsy.
Mm. He bows and returns to his buddies who are just like, yeah, man, high-fiving him.
Wait, seriously? He's one of those?
Yeah.
Yep, why not?
Why not? It's all made up. As a last of the people coming into the ball, Um, Lunk and Sphene, you two see, no, Lunk and I believe Ari and Emily will see it first. You see the spitting image of Major General William Riker in fancy clothes walk through the door.
Okay.
He was the person we
He's
just
supposed to be
killed.
dead.
Oh.
R's eyes will widen just a smidgen, but not enough to be like a dead giveaway that something's up.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep our composure.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. He makes a beeline to Camila Lillis, who immediately takes him to a back room. And that's what end tonight.